Hey folks, Tom Gentile. Welcome to Tom's Trading Room. It's Friday, April 29th, 2016. I got the dark program going on here. Batman versus Superman, but my Batman is Apple and my Superman is Facebook. We're going to talk about those two stocks real quick, as well as what I'm seeing going on for the month of May. Here we go. So, Apple reported worse than expected earnings earlier in the week, and as you can see, the stock dropped about 8% immediately following the news announcement. That's not what's bothering me. What's bothering me is what's going on since then. It continues to move down. How low is it going to go? One of the things we can do is we could take the gap between the time earnings were announced and the next morning when the stock opened, and we can add that gap to the open of that day. And that's going to give us somewhere around $90 to $92, depending on how you measure that, as an area of support. All right, 90 is also a round number, so we could look at 90 as well. Where it goes from there is anyone's guess, but it's definitely pointing to the downside as this stock still tries to find footing as to where it's likely to go. I was nervous about this stock even more than a week ago when we started to hear the rumbles coming out of Japan that iPhone manufacturing was dropping. All right, so keep your eyes on Apple. Let's turn to the Superman trade of the week, and that's Facebook. As Facebook announced better than expected earnings, they crushed their earnings, and the stock jumped 8%. Here's the problem with Facebook. Look what ended up happening. Earnings came out, big pop, and then it sold off during the day. That bothers me a little bit. What I would be nervous about is if we come back down and get below 116. Because if we go below 116, then I'm looking at right back down here before earnings came out as a support level, somewhere around 110, 108 possibly. And, you know, even Superman has its bad days, and that may be what we could see with Facebook. The reason why I'm so nervous about all of this is we are entering what I call the dark month of the year. All right, the dark month of the year is May. May has one of the worst records looking at my 250 stocks and ETFs of everything that I've looked at during the entire course of the year. We see, for instance, I'm tracking 250 stocks and ETFs. The majority of them that are hitting signals are pointing to the downside. Now, this is 10 years of back data, and I'm only looking at signals that give me a 90% historical probability going back 10 years, all right? So when you see red on the screen, that means that we have more historical seasonality to the downside for these stocks than to the upside. There's a lot of red on the screen. So I'm just telling you, folks, be warned. You are warned right now. Be careful in the month of May. It has a tendency of moving down. That sell in May and go away. We've got confirmation right here on the screen. Those of you that are members of Tom's Trading Tools definitely want to check out the trade of the week. Here's a clue for you. This particular stock has been a hog for most of the year, and now, you know, that old adage, pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered, and we're looking for a slaughter in this hog to push the stock down and push our trade potentially higher. All right, folks, hey, last thing is if you are not a member of Tom's Tools, check us out, tomsoptiontools.com. You can get a free membership by clicking up here on any of these traders that we offer. Hey, folks, it's Tom Gentile. Have a great trading weekend. I'll see you next week.